A sense of gloom flooded over the streets of New York with the notifications that the city has been dreading for years. The sounds spreading across everyone's phones announced that Alaska has finally decided to send a nuclear bomb large enough to wipe out a continent. They knew there was no escape, no hope that their lives wouldn't end today. But Washington did not care. As he was a man of his own, people would come to him day and night to tell him his name was Kino from the Pearl. He was known as a strong man, proving his manhood.
What a sunny day! Right, Washington?
He brought his pet and his best friend forever, George, with him.
Oh Lord, it is one beautiful day here in New York. But wait, is that the bomb coming right towards us? And wait, why are there suddenly two of them?
Relax, my brother. The bombs may kill us, but we are strong men. We are men who fight for our power and die as heroes, not as weaklings.
Oh my lordy lord, can something magical please happen and save us? We are too handsome to die. I think the sight of the bomb already killed my best friend. What am I meant to do now? Am I in heaven right now?
No, my child. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save everyone before it is too late.
George feels shy seeing how amazing God is, and he is thinking about how much he wants to be just like him when he grows up. When he is done transforming, God is nowhere to be found, and when George tries to look for him, the only thing he can see is Washington carrying a soda in one hoof and stylish sunglasses in the other.
Where have you been? I thought you were dead, my bestie for life.
No, man. I just went to see the nearby horse race. Afterwards, I tripped and $1 million fell from my pockets. It's okay though, since I found the money going swimming in a nearby hotel's pool.
You won't believe what the floppity flip just happened. God came from the sky and saved us all by stopping the bombs from falling.
Man, what the Among Us sus? I wish I was there to see him. I love God more than I love Shakespeare, and we all know that Shakespeare put the lit in literature.
Washington and George were the closest of friends, always looking out for each other. They wanted to go to the water park downtown, and though neither George nor Washington knew how to swim, they liked going there for hours just to look at the fish swimming around the pool. However, they lived together in the Sahara Desert. Because of this, the only way to reach their destination was by a train that runs through the massive dunes.
Are you ready, Washington? It's 5:90 o'clock, and we don't want to be late to feeding the fish.
Yeah, I'm almost done getting ready. I just need to put on my shoes.
Okay, no problem. I'll be waiting for you. Also, I have great news. The weather is perfect for fish feeding season. We have been waiting so long for this, and I'm so happy we can finally spend a moment like this together once again.
As am I. I'm heading downstairs as fast as I can.
Washington, is it just me, or is this train much colder than usual?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling the same way. I think we might be heading to Antarctica instead of Fish Island.
Do you see the wolf standing in the corner of the train?
Yeah, I do see him. There seems to be something wrong with his energy, right?
I'm glad it wasn't just me who noticed. This has to be one of those big bad wolves that everyone has been talking about. They usually travel in gangs, terrorizing everything around them, but this one is alone. Something's off. I'm relieved that we're finally away from the big bad wolf, as I'm certain there was something off about how he looked at me. It seemed almost as if he wanted to eat me. And do you have any idea as to why he was alone? They're generally only seen in packs, right?
I think I know the reason why he was alone, but for your sake, I won't relay it to you.
I think it's time for me to know.
Okay, here we go. Uh-oh! Wolves were not always like this. They actually were the closest friends of all humanity. This relationship changed years ago, but the wolves hid their secrets. They are afraid that people may discover their past. But I know, and I believe it is time for you to know as well. Long ago, a giraffe was researching treatments for COVID-34, a disease that infects animals with hypoviritis, a sickness that causes animals to lose themselves. The giraffe experimented on many different species, focusing the most on wolves. Throughout his discoveries, there were countless effective treatments found to help those who contracted COVID-34, but the wolves were not the same. No matter how long the giraffe experimented with wolves, they remained crazy. He had to put them in a secret facility to keep them away from everyone else, to keep civilians from the dangers of these out-of-control animals. The wolves knew, though. Their feelings were masked by an uncontrollable rage sparked in them by their disease. But they knew. They knew what was happening to them, that they would never share a warm moment with their families, with their friends, with their homes, with themselves. Nothing would ever be the same. They were afraid of living away from everything they have ever known, and they went wild, clawing their way for freedom. They sought refuge in the depths of the ocean and the core of the earth, far away from everything that would dare to breach their last sense of security. For while not secluded, they may show the world who they truly are, what COVID-34 made of them. But humans are never satisfied, continuing their endless search to break the wolves' last attempts at comfort. They could not control themselves when they fought off the travelers in an attempt to be alone, and being the ones in hiding, their story was not shared. They were forever believed to be the villains.
Is that why they are how they are now? Destroying everything they see?
Yes, I'm afraid that is the truth. Everyone is too afraid to try to help them, and they simply do not want help. They are used to a life where everyone sees them as monsters.
Wow, that's so sad.
I know, but it is how the world is, and we can't do anything about it. I have tried, but I've been pushed away, shut down. They don't want the world to know the truth, and in my own protection, I've backed away.
I want the world to know the truth, though. I want them to know what's happened.
I've tried, George, but the feat is far too dangerous. We can't risk it. We can't risk our lives.
You may not feel for these civil wolves enough to risk your life, but I do. I am weak and small, but I know that with thought, with a plan, I could do it. If the care you have for the innocent does not outweigh their pain, then I will not beg, but I stand with myself where you refuse. I will go alone.
George, to embark on such a journey is to throw your life away. I cannot allow you to risk everything you have, everything we have, for an impossible mission.
I can live in your shadow, but not in your shade. Forever away from brilliance, yes, but how could I bring myself to simply watch this torture? Would straying just barely from the confines of your darkness be so forbidden? I can change the world, Washington. We can change the world.
I support you, always. Yet if I cannot be there in your last moments, ensure you are able to shift from this cover and into your own luster.
I understand. Thank you, Washington. Do you have any ideas on how we can pull this off?
I've been thinking, and I can only seem to find one way for us to successfully infiltrate the facility. Here, let me explain. But remember, George, this plan is not as easy as it may seem at first glance.
I know, but I'm willing to give everything I have.
Okay, here's the layout.
Wow, it's way bigger than I expected it to be.
I know. That's why it's hard to break in. Here's the plan. You'll dress up as a little giraffe in order for the security guards not to wonder why Capybara is trying to enter the building. If they ask you any questions, just say you're here to see your mother, who works in one of the labs. If the interrogation continues, simply lie. Your mother left something in the room, she needs help, etc. Past that building comes the hard part. There are cameras everywhere, covering nearly every bit of the structure, but I know a spot that they don't catch. On one side of the structure, there is a secret door. Of course, there's still an alarm, but I believe I can teach you how to disarm it without alerting any guards. After entering the lab through the door, take pictures of the rooms. When you return, we will have the report situation with photographic evidence. For the police to ignore the event after being given physical proof is unlikely.
But Washington, what if something goes wrong? What if I'm trapped somewhere, caught by someone? What then?
Those risks are those of any mission, George. The only influence of yours is whether you choose to take them or not.
Do you not have a plan for once I escape?
George, I didn't want to stray you from this plan, but I cannot keep this from you. If they catch you, it's over, and I mean everything is over. You'll be trapped, starved, and tortured. You'll be lucky for a fate such as death. There is little that the giraffes won't do to keep these secrets within their boundaries.
Wow, I guess I didn't realize how truly dangerous this idea was. How did you escape?
Let's just say that God was on my side.
Darkness falls over the neighborhood, yet George and Washington lay awake. They are committed to their plan, their attempt to change history, but the idea of death still clouded the night sky.
Washington, I know you've expressed your utmost hatred for the lab, but I want to be honest. I don't think I can do this without you. We've always been together. It's always been the two of us until the end.
Did you not want to go alone?
Yeah, that's how I felt before. I've since realized, though, that I can't do something like this without my best friend. Please, come with me. Let us change the world together.
For you, I'll go.
Ready?
Ready.
Since Washington did not have a giraffe costume, their break-in plan had to change. They decided to keep with the idea of disguises and quickly agreed to be trees, as they could easily use leaves and stems to create costumes. Every time a guard would turn around, they would move toward the entrance. It was a perfect plan.
Okay, this plan could definitely work. We may be able to enter the facility with no problems. Let's do this, bestie.
Let's do this. Did you remember to bring the Gorilla glue?
HOW hockey sticks, man. I know I might be small, but my brain is the size of Zeus. Here it is, Washington.
Thanks.
Pass me the glue so I can cover you.
All right, here.
Every time the guards' shifts switch and their backs turn, they inch ever closer to the door. The guards, however, as they change shifts, never notice. The only problem that George and Washington are facing now is that they have to reach the back of the building before the first guards shift back into their normal position. For this, it was only time deciding their fates, and though they grew closer to the door, being only more quiet or more careful would not allow their survival.
We are almost there. We can do this. We can get inside the building before they catch us.
I know, Washington. I can feel it in my bones.
Remember, though, that the closer we get to our goal, the harder the feat becomes. If we make it inside the building, it will be flooded with lasers and cameras. Just stick to the plan, George, and we will be okay.
What did I just do? What are we gonna do now?
I normally have solutions for any problem, but I simply don't know what we are meant to do. Time is ticking, George. They should be here any second.
Should we go inside or should we just run away?
Decide quickly. We either run away or we run into the building and disregard any fear of setting off another alarm.
We've come this far, Washington. We can't leave now. Let's do this.
Run.
This door seems to be the control center. I'm going to see if I can find anything helpful. While I'm gone, record everything you can. We need as much evidence as we can get. These don't seem too difficult to hack, as I've done the same thousands of times before. We should be out of here soon, George.
Washington, did you hack in yet? I think I may have heard something. Washington, are you there? Hurry, I think someone is coming.
I'm here. Hold on, George. In just a second, I'll be in the system.
That's the problem, Washington. I don't think we have enough time to do this.
I have to do this. Go and hide in the safest place you can find, and I'll catch up once I'm done.
No, I can't leave you. What if they catch you? I don't want to live. No, I can't live my life knowing that my best friend died and I did nothing to protect him.
Don't worry. It's okay if I die, George. I just need to know that my best friend will make it out of here. Go. Now.
No, Washington. What about all of our memories, our hopes, our dreams? My future is you, and without us together, there is none at all. How am I meant to go to sleep, only to awake in the morning of you?
I promise you, life will go on. Leave, my friend, or I will make you, as it is not your time. We are meant to do great things, but our friendship was not meant to be forever.
If you don't make it out, I will never forget you. I can't. This is not goodbye, Washington. I'll see you again.
Hide before it's too late. I promise to try to make it out of here alive.
Okay. See you soon, my friend?
Yes. See you soon. No. Did they find him? Did they find George? No way this is actually happening. I think they got him. I have to unlock Superman's super, as I must save my friend. Here we go, Washington. It's all or nothing. Superman super. Unlock final form. Activate Fluttershy. A fatal sauce. Mask on. Whoa! After all this time, I am finally Superman super. Now it is time to save my friend.
Psst, psst. I'm here, Washington. Turn around. I'm inside the toilet.
Wow, I'm impressed by your hiding spot. Wait, where did the guards go?
I don't know, but I think they're only hiding, not gone. Do you know how to get us out of here?
Yeah, no problem.
What in my Lord, Grandmother, Grand-Grandfather, Lord Jesus Christ happened to you? Are you sure you're Washington?
Yes, George, it's me. I've tried to hide my secret for you for the longest time, but I believe you deserve to know who I truly am. I'm actually Superman Super! I can explain how this happened later, but for our safety, we best get going.
But Washington, I didn't get any good video recordings. How are we meant to report what's happening?
I know that you wanted to report the labs, but this is too dangerous. We can't be here any longer.
I'm scared, Washington. Why did the power turn off?
I think I hear something. They are coming for us. We have to get to the nearest exit as soon as possible.
Okay, let's go now.
Did you see that shadow?
No. Is there something following us?
I think they caught us, George. Show yourself, coward! Don't dare use the depths of the shadows as a shield. You threaten us still.
But you dare enter this office uninvited.
We came here to show the world the truth.
You don't understand, children. We do this to help them.
We know you're lying, and you don't scare us.
Yeah, what he said.
I know, which is why I'm willing to propose a deal.
What is it?
Let us fight a physical war. Should I win, you will be held here until death and the videos will be deleted.
And if we win?
I will let you choose the conditions, but this won't be easy.
All right. If George and I win, we both make it out of here alive with the recordings.
Deal.
Jiggly the Hippo! I agree to a one-on-one fight!
Did I ever say that it would just be the two of us? You wouldn't want to make my little friend here feel left out, would you, Washington? He just wants to play.
Play. When the pot holds my life, never could this be fair.
Sure. George could fight though, huh? Then it would be fair.
Of course that's fair, Jiggly. Should George fight, the sides would be even, after all. What do you think?
Will you fight by my side, George?
Yes, we can do this together. I accept.
All right. Give us all you've got.
George only bounces off the hippo's skin because he's a very obtuse angle. George is persistent still, but he can't ever land a hit. A cry rings throughout the room, and George turns to look towards his left. He sees Washington trying with everything he has, but the big bad wolf would not give up. In order to help his friend, George now understands that he needs to defeat Jiggly the Hippo. To do so, George concentrates on the moves that his father taught him at a young age.
Who are you? No. What are you, and what are you doing here?
Nay, knowing that question must blind all else, I will allow a brief moment. I'm your guardian spirit, Unicorn. You have summoned me.
How did this happen?
The book Father gave you when you were 1.3 years old. Do you remember it?
Yeah, how do you know about it?
Because I have always been here, George.
Oh.
Your bracelet, George. The moment you put it on, our spirits intertwined. Nay. When you unleashed power, the band responds to your state. bracelet is laced with a magic of 4 powers. When the gems shine royal, you may take to the sky. When they burn red, fire will blend at your will. Should purple glow, lighting will live through your veins. And at gray, time is but an object. Remember, though, that manipulation is limited. Only 15 minutes allow for hope, though exposure does increase resistance.
How did I never know this?
Nay! Your father was rightfully afraid of sharing secrets such as these to you at so young, as the world is easily destroyed by its saviors. Nay, I have come in presence of your need, as I have recognized that you are ready to unleash your final form.
Final form?
Ah, it slipped my mind. Your final form, the way you are with every power unleashed, is Satan.
I'm sorry, Satan? What do you mean I become a Satan? I do not dare believe I possess the strength to become such an evil being. No, I'm not even powerful.
George, to become Satan is not to become evil. The gift is your strength, your influence, nay, only directing power. To not lose sight of why you fight, and forever you will be a hero. Nay.
I understand, Unicorn. As I told you before, though, I can't do this.
Nay. That is where you fall short, though. Believing in yourself is knowing that you can.
That's the problem. I don't believe in myself. What if I do something wrong and destroy the world?
Fear is but precursor to valor, George. To enter a battle with hubris is to fall to your own arms. But your ability to triumph in the face of fear is why you strive. We need you. Washington needs you.
I've told you already, Unicorn. I won't do it.
Nay, if you don't allow yourself to fight this battle, there's no future for your friend. Time is spilling away. George, if you're unwilling to prove yourself in the face of the enemy, fight for Washington. Nay, release your final form, George. The last grains of time are splitting.
Wait, how do I unleash it?
In just a moment, the music of your ancestors will flood the room. Dance, nay.
Did I do it? Did I transform?
Of course you did it, George. Now it's time for you to save your friend. Nay.
George feels the sharp gaze of everyone on him, quickly noticing that he was not the same small, weak capybara. He was instantly recognized as the most powerful creature in the room. George looks at Jiggly the Hippo, wanting to laugh at him, but he scowls instead. How could he possibly display anything but hatred for the guy who tried to kill his best friend? At the thought of drilling him to the ground, though, a small smile tugs at his downward turned lips. Jiggly only smiles back, seemingly confident of his victory. They fight until they have backed each other onto outside of the building, just before the edge of the cliff. The intent is the same on both sides still, though both understand that only one of them is walking away alive. George braces himself against a rusty pipe, hoofs clasped firmly around it as he looks into Jiggly the Hippo's eyes and smashes it against his skull. Staggering backwards, he wants to fight, but his head only spins from the impact. George holds eye contact as he pushes the end of the pipe against the hippo's body and guides it off the cliff. His head crashes against every edge and his body follows. As he falls to the rocky shore, wild dogs tear his defenseless body apart. Jiggly the Hippo lays against the sand, blood and flesh drowning his lifeless body. George has done it. He has won. He begins to walk away, but as he turns around, he sees Washington and the big bad wolf exit the building. Similarly to George and Jiggly the Hippo, they push each other ever closer to the edge. Washington's hoofs drag against the soil, and it is evident that he is tired. He cowers before the big bad wolf as he is cornered. George runs over to him, but there is nothing left for him. As he reaches the edge, all he can do is watch Washington slip away from his arms.
No. I see I was a little late saving my friend here. Oh well, I guess this is fair. A friend for a friend.
How dare you? He was more than a friend. He was family. He was my everything.
You truly don't know me? Wolves don't need your help anymore. Where were you again when the world turned its back? It's just pathetic seeing animals like you come back for forgiveness. God, I love the smell of fear, and what wouldn't I do to taste your blood? It would be a shame, though, for this to end so quickly. I'll see you again, dear friend.
Although George wants nothing more than to run away and hide from anything he dared to embrace before, he is unable to move. He watches Washington.
I didn't lose my friend today. I lost a part of my life, a part of myself. Why I decided to put you at risk, I'll never know, but now memories are all I have. Those of you I will forever hold in my heart, the way I would you in my arms. Should they slip, they would be with all others, and I would see you again. I love you, and for your love, I thank you. No friend could ever be so dear. Know that a goodbye isn't forever, that our friendship goes beyond life. I'll see you again.